Selling the car with no returns. I will not go lower. And I will, with no returns, and I will go lower than 1,300. I don't know if he meant to say will not go lower than 1,300, but, yeah. Hold him to his word. He says he'll go below 1,300. In writing. Hold him to that. Make him sell you the car for 12. But really, for 1,300 bucks. That reminds me of the best negotiating time I ever had in my life. This was my finest moment as a car negotiator in my entire life. So this is the street view of my very first house. My very first house when I had my very first full-time job. Right? These were my next door neighbors. You can see white Cadillac, blue Cavalier, green Pontiac. And in the garage, you can't see it, but there's a 55 Chevy undercover. Two-door Bel Air. And so they drove the white Cadillac and the blue Cavalier. And this little green Pontiac Grand Prix, it just sat. It ran though, but it sat. So so this little guy, he was a World War II vet. He was a really cool guy. His wife was really cool. In the wintertime, I would go out. My laundry was outside. My laundry, like, you went outside and then the laundry was in like a shed. And I would go out there in the wintertime and she would leave. When she baked cookies, she baked extra for me. And she would leave a plate of cookies for me on top of my washing machine. It'd be like a little present. But they were super, super, super sweet people. Super, super cool older people. And great neighbors. And so one day, I'm out there, I'm talking to this guy, and I'm like, hey man, do you want me to like help you try and sell that Pontiac? Doesn't look like you guys are using it. And I didn't ask for anything to do it or anything. I was just like, I love selling cars, I love buying cars. Like, let me throw this thing up on Craigslist for you, like my treat. And so I took some pictures of it, threw it up on Craigslist. I think I put 700 bucks, right? Whatever I asked for it. It ran. And so like, I get a text, and I like screenshotted these texts somewhere. I get a text from this woman, and she says, hey, I'm interested in the car. Hey, I'm selling it for my neighbor. Okay, cool. Do you think your neighbor would take 600 bucks for the car? And I text back, I do think he would take 600 bucks for the car. And she texts back, fine, whatever, 700 is fine, we'll do it. And sure enough, she shows up, drives the car, pays the 700 bucks. Deal's done. So like she never figured out that I had responded affirmatively to her. Yes, I think he would take 600 bucks for the Pontiac. Like she thought that I was she like misread my text and thought that I had said that he wouldn't, and she put up zero fight and just said, fuck it, 700 it is. Like, okay. Like I had just agreed to 6 or indicated that I thought my neighbor would agree to 6, but look at this though. So now with it, the mileage is high and the front seat's all torn up. But I'm gonna tell you right now, and I think this is dirtier than a dog's dick. But I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, I think that this is a damn